Welcome to These Are the Blades of Our Lives, the figure skating show where I talk to you about figure skating like it is drama for our mamas. The season is really starting to get into the full swing of things with not only the Junior Grand Prix, but also a lot of national events taking place so far this season. I didn't get to see the actual footage, but I do know that Andrew Tokashev took part in the 2025 Golden West Championship. He had a 68.83 in the short program and a 165.52 in the long program. I think he's doing the slow and steady way, which I think is not bad. And if anybody happens to have the video for either of these competitions for him, please let me know and leave the link for me. Japan also continues to be full steam ahead with the 2025 Tokyo Summer Figure Skating Competition. We had Shun Soto coming out with a whopping 84.09 in the short program. It's not the 100 that we're looking to crack for this season, but you know what? It's a start. It's a start. And I'm really happy to see him at this event because I had read a post previously where they said that he was pulling out of this event because of injury. So I hope everything is okay. The Japanese women are on an Olympic warpath. Um, Rion Simiochi won here with a 182.81, which I'm sure is not really what she was going for, but so early in the season, I think it's not bad. Um, she's gonna need she's gonna need consistency. She's gonna need to go clean, and I think she's gonna need the quads. I've said it before. I think she's gonna need the quad. Yuna Aoki took silver here with 174.70. And you know what? Yuna showed me that I am not sick of La La Land and figure skating. I just needed Yuna Aoki to be the one performing La La Land. Oh my God, this program is delightful. Like I said, she's so musical, she's so light. She's so artistic. Every movement of her finger, oh, I'm totally enamored. And I I will empty out several $1.25 treat aisles if the skating deities will just give us clean programs, please. Clean programs for Yuna this season. Then we have Rinka Watanabe. She is determined to go for broke this season with a layout that includes a triple axel triple toe, quad sow, and triple axel. Her full layout, if performed cleanly, would include the triple axel triple toe combination, the quad sow, the triple axel single, triplet double axel, a single triplet, double axel Euler, triple sow cow, and ending with a triple loop. Oh my goodness. She is like, I'm either gonna go to the Olympic or I'm not. There is no, maybe no in between. I'm either gonna make it so difficult that you guys have to send me or I'm not gonna go. Unfortunately, the layout didn't quite work out here with her only ending in third place with a 172.84, but I respect it. I respect the no middle ground. It's all out war. I hope you're healthy. I don't know if this layout is the smartest thing, but I respect your determination for the Olympic season. We also had some beautiful skating by Nana Kawabe and Maria Egawa here. So always enjoyed the Japanese women skating. It's always wonderful. We also had the Junior Grand Prix starting off in Riga. The pairs, I would say that Ava Kemp and Jonathan Elizarov, they are really gonna make a splash if they can continue on this progression when they head over to seniors. I really see they are very calm. I mean, they are one of the older team comparatively, but they're still a very young team and they're very composed. They're very well put together. Their elements are slowly building year by year. I feel like they're going to make a really good splash when they make their way over to senior. We had Shua Ji Zhang and Wing Quang Feng. Like all Chinese pairs, they have such solid foundation in their lifts and in their throws. The twist also has a lot of potential. This team just the Chinese program, I feel like skipped a couple of years to really get itself together, and now they're really rebuilding in terms of their juniors. In third place, we had Naomi Williams and Lachlan Lure. I like her so much. Naomi has so much personality on the ice. She's definitely a center focus for this. Again, the side by side, the throws, not all the elements is quite there, but they have a nice connection with each other and she has a lot of charisma. So I'm really looking to see where this team goes. Then, we had the men. Reno Nakata, so much better this season than he was last season. Last season, he was really up and down, and I was a little concerned because when we saw him at the internal competition in Japan, he also looked like it was going to be another up and down season. But he gave us two of the cleanest programs that we've gotten from him. The short was on point, everything done to perfection. That triple axel looked so good. And then he came in the long program, the quads, really good center of gravity, really nice landing knees. Everything is just looking so good on him for this competition, and I really hope he can pace himself and carry it alone. Grayson Long, again, the progress from one competition to the next. I really feel like Grayson Long may be that skater that constantly amazed me this season because from one competition to the next, he keeps growing. The spins look so much better here. It still need work, but it looks so much better here. He's listening to the music more. He's extending more. Just improving little by little. The other skater that really broke my heart was Young Hao Lee. He went in here as one of the favorite. I was really expecting to see him on the podium, and he was in third place after the short program. Unfortunately, the long program was a struggle for him, and he fell all the way to ninth place, only coming up to fifth place. And I'm trying to figure out if you're in fifth place and you win your next competition, is that even enough points to make it to the Grand Prix final? That would require me to do some math. That would definitely require some math. Then we had the ice dance competition. And watching the ice dance competition made me realize how lazy some of these choreographers really are. We had a lot of men in black here. Come the men in black. We also had a lot of ice, ice baby. Dun, 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 dun. And I did not realize Can't Touch This would be this popular in figure skating. Had no idea it would be this popular. It is obvious that the choreographers believe those were three of the only 10 songs that were released in the 90s. Yes, it's quite obvious. At least we're getting some good house music, and house music was very popular in the 90s, so it's nice to see house music getting some love. We are also seeing how difficult this ice dance as a discipline can be because just in this competition alone, we had 3 teams fall on their twizzles, which was like, oh goodness gracious. So in the ice dance competition, this was such a close, heartbreaking competition with two of my favorite young up and coming ice dance. Layla Velen and Alexander Brandes. took the title here with a beautifully packaged, beautifully choreographed, and beautifully skated free program. They looked amazing. I hope they continue to grow along this path. In second place was Dana Modern and Theo Bigot. I love this young team. They have such unique lift, so much originality, so much potential. There is so much charisma and it factor to this young pair that I was like, wow, wow. Between the two of them, it would have been a very difficult decision for me as a judge to make. And I'm glad I did not have to make it because for me, this would have been a very, very difficult decision. These two groups are absolutely fabulous. I hope they both kill their second competition and they both make it to the Grand Prix final. I would love to see another, head to head. And then in third place was Jasmine Robertson and Chase Ronner. Lovely, lovely little nice free dance. Very nice. Very nice. The first group of young women on the Grand Prix final were not playing. They were not playing. I feel like so many of these young skaters have so much potential. And I wish there was more than 6 spots in the Grand Prix final. I honestly do. Because if we'll start with like Cherry Zhang, such good skating basics, such musicality, such accent to her skating, and her jumps also have potential to be something amazing. She's a skater that I've had my eyes on since last season, and I love the way she's growing. Then we had Anna Gurkey. I thought I was done with Dune, but Anna was like, no, you haven't seen my Dune. Relax. You have time. Again, absolutely fabulous young skater with such a sense of who she is at such a young age and so much ice presence that I was like, oh, wow. Oh, Yo Takaki. Oh my God, so much power, so much speed. I heard like someone wrote that they get the Kaori Sakamoto vibe from her, and I can completely see that. I see her double axel having that ginormous potential in her skating, just taking up a lot of space. Angela Zhao, just lovely, light, and just lovely and feathery. So many different aspects to these skaters. Then Yoon Kim, oh my goodness. Oh, my heart broke for Yoon because this skater has so much potential. The short program let her down, but you could tell how much potential she has because she came back in that free program fighting with everything she has. Again, I'm asking with a 5th place, even if you win your next competition, do you make it to the Grand Prix final? Honestly, I don't know. Also, another skater that broke my heart here, Alina Godina. Alina Godina, another skater that is such a fighter. Came in the short program, did everything she needed to do. The long program just did not go her way. And it was so close. And I always feel like that probably hurts that much more when, as a skater, you are that close to be on the podium just to have it just slipped away. But I feel like this is a young skater that is a fighter. So I'm definitely expecting her to come back at her next competition even stronger. A surprise here. I think I read somewhere on Twitter like um, Elizabeth Durden became the first Swiss woman to win a Grand Prix junior medal in 10 years or something, 10 or 12 years. I remember reading it somewhere on Twitter. And she was amazing. She was amazing. Just delightful. Very cute, very bubbly. She was happy on the in the kiss and cry. She was happy on the ice. I love to see young skaters happy because I really want them to be enjoying skating. What a delight. Ji Yu Hua Hua Ha. I'm so sorry that I'm messing up your name because you were absolutely delightful. In the short program, absolutely delightful. In the long program, even more delightful. You made that green dress sing. Oh my God, really good jump technique, really good spin technique, nice skating skill, good musicality, just nice foundation. And the good skating continued right to the top with Mei Okada. Again, the Japanese skaters, I keep saying this and I know it makes me sound like such a fangirl, but they have such good basic skating skill because I feel Japan as a skating nation really like skating. I feel like the Japanese fans are so educated that they're the kind of fans who would sit there and just watch good edge work across the ice and really appreciate it. And I think that has been instilled in all of their skaters. So you have these soft knees, these nice back, you have the nice straight jump technique, you have the soft landing, you have the edges that are held. And Mei Okada has all of that and then some. So it was just absolutely wonderful to see her competing here and giving 110%. Just absolutely wonderful. And then we moved right on to our second event in Ankara. So this for the pairs, this was a back-to-back event for Ava Camp and Jonathan Elizarov. Again, again, this pair is so composed. After the short program, they were in second place. They came in the long program. They were like, we know what we have to do. We're going to get it done. They are like that very steady, getting the job done kind of skater. And I feel like they also have the potential to have really explosive elements. I think their twist has potential, and I think their throws might also have some potential. There is so much there to work with this pair. And then we also had Ru Go and Yi Wan Zhang. Wow, wow, the Chinese pair program is coming on strong. They are rebuilding with such depth and foundation. And one thing that I did read on Twitter, and I was wondering exactly what happened, is they did a quad twist and it was only credited as a triple twist, and the judges, they decided they were not going to correct that. And I feel like even if the quad twist was not going to help them win this competition, that was such a historical moment for them, and to have ISU being the ISU and taking that away from them is, it can't feel good as a young pair because I'm sure they put a lot of work, a lot of effort into this. And so I really wasn't, yeah, the ISU, can you please get your shit together on so many levels? Please, on so many levels, get your shit together. Least of all, let's start awarding these skaters their proper elements and skills. In third place was Julia Kotoshi and Etienne Lacasse. They're a young pair. There's a young pair, there's foundations there, but you could tell everything needs to be worked on. And that's what is being done. They're being built up. All of these young pairs are being built up, and all of these elements are being worked on. I really do like the fifth place finish young Chinese pair, Mu Jianhu and Xing Shua Wang. She is so calm and composed, and he is so bubbly and outgoing. I do like to see these opposite pairs. He was having so much fun in the kiss and cry that I thought it was amazing. And their throws, oh my goodness, their throws, solid, classic Chinese pair throws. I really do like this young pair. Men, was top three for me were absolutely getting the job done. Lucius Kazesnik. Again, the skating skill needs work, the spins need work, the packaging need work, but I do feel like the composure this young skater showed, the jump technique is there, the foundation is there, and so it was really nice to see these. It's always nice to see these new skaters on the Grand Prix and how they're growing. But the real event of the night, at least in the short program, was between our silver and our gold medalists. Sena Takahashi has the most interesting jump technique I have seen in a while. The way his head tilts as his body turns is quite amazing. I have to watch it a couple of more times, but I don't think I've ever seen any skater throw their head that far back and thrust their bodies that far forward at such a speed before. It is a unique technique. But what really put him over in the short program were really his spins, which were all level 4. And I'm always talking to the men. Like, please work on the spins. Please work on the step sequence. Please work on the choreo sequence. And I feel like Senna is one of those skaters who understands that fundamental. And so he gives it to you in the spin. At the same time, Menyuk, unfortunately, there was a couple of hiccups in the long program. So Senna could not quite deliver in the long program the same way he delivered in the short program. But still, I think this is a skater that's full of potential. The winner here, Men Kyoso, in the short program, it was the spins and the step levels, which were all at level 3, when the level 4 is right there, is what actually kept them from being first in the short program. But Menyuk was like, forget about that. He came back in the long program, and I think that was the best long program I've seen from him in 2.5 seasons. Everything was on point. There was some jumps that was so on the music. I was like, this is choreography. His sense of ice presence, his sense of projection, his sense of center, which is a thing when a skater is centered in their skating, not centered in their ice, but centered in their skating, where they are delivering the technical component, but they're also delivering the artistic, and everything else is just really nice. I think like Minyuk, as he grows, as he gets the quad, he definitely has the potential to be one of those incredibly well-rounded skaters, and I cannot wait to see him grow. Another thing that I did realize about this event is that Australia is building up both their junior men and junior women program. So way to go to Australia. The dance here, we had the winner was Arena Pegana and Autumn Koval. In second place was Charlie Anderson and Caden Dawson. And then in third place was Leah Henie and Louis Veriscon. Oh, guys, I watch all of the rhythm dance. I think I told you guys a while back. I know how difficult figure skating can be, and out of respect for all the effort, the skaters, the coaches, even though sometimes I bash them, the choreographer, the parents, out of respect for everything everyone puts in, whenever I watch a competition, I always try to watch all the skaters who are competing, both the short and the free, both the rhythm dance and the free dance. I watched all of the rhythm dance for the juniors and all the other competition that had rhythm dance. And guys, it is very difficult. It is very difficult. I didn't, there was no rhythm dance that I'm going to really tell you guys about. It was there. It was what it was supposed to be. But the free dances is what I am going to talk about. Um, Charlie Anderson and Caden Dawson, this team has potential, guys. So much potential. And they just got together. I think they've been together for like a year or 2 years. So much connection, so much edge control. Oh my goodness. I did not enjoy the rhythm dance, but I enjoyed them. This is raw talent. I was like, oh wow, this team has potential. I cannot wait for them to be properly packaged. I cannot wait for them to get really good program because the potential is there. Arena and Autumn came to win their Grand Prix title and they gave it everything in that free dance. It was sass, it was personality, it was everything we could ask for in a rhythm dance and then some. And they performed it with everything they had. So I really enjoyed it. And then we got to the women. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This event was really good. The depth of the next generation of women skating is doing so much to heal my skating spirit. Many of these young women left a deep impression on me. It's unfortunate that the layout for most of the women program have become identical. The jumps are in the same place, the spins are in the same place, steps are all the same. Even the jumps and the choreo sequence are more or less the same. For me, this is one of the reasons why skating is losing popularity. It's all the same. It's just like the uniformity of it all is overwhelming. I blame this on the choreographers who simply pick the pre-made option. However, there are some bright spots in this. Let us start with Lilu Remensen. She started the event with a lovely rendition of "I Dream a Dream." Very musical. She had nice jumps. And then because she wanted to show us how versatile she was, we got a Wednesday Adam free program for her. I was absolutely here for it. Maria Else Caljuvere, another well-rounded skater. Great short program, beautiful jump technique, lovely back, good, good skating skills. Also, the Swiss are building their junior women program. We had another Swiss woman making a splash here. This time, Leandra Zenpukakis. She gave us just a sassy short program, and then on top of it, she gave us girthy jumps. And you know, I love a program with a personality, and I love a girl with some girthy jump. She was giving me everything I wanted. Mayoku Oka, listen, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where has she been? Have the Japanese been hiding Mayoku this whole time? In the short program, she gave me the feeling of bird of paradise. I could see the feather show of the peacock as they tried to win over a mate. I guess because I was complaining about the sameness in skating, my Yuko was like, "Where's my skate? Let me give you some variation." And she did. The position of her hand showcasing through the peacock as she was in her spin. The choreography movement again showing you the different variation of peacock movement. The packaging was exquisite. The jumps were like the cutting edge on butter. Oh my goodness. She had her head lifted. She was looking at the judges in the audience. This is a performative skater that invites you into the skating. The spins were original. She added her own twist to it. She was on the music, and this was a beautiful piece of music. Everything in this short program just worked for me. Everything was just beautiful and everything was on point. Um, Stefania Glacki, who went into this event as one of the favorite, and everything was falling into place until the last 10 seconds of the program, where I went, oh no, oh no. I wonder if for skaters falling out of a spin is worse than falling out of a jump. Like the short program, everything was going so well. But you know what? I feel like Stefania Glacki is a fighter and you could never count her out, and I can definitely see her making a comeback. Then we had Jun Yu J Kim, which I felt she was a little underscore in the short program. I'm not quite sure the judges are really giving her the love that she deserves. But who needs to also get more love from the judges was Haruna Murakami. Beautifully delivered short program. Wow, has she grown into her own. And I believe they said it's her birthday next week, so she'll be 17. So it is possible we might see her competing with the senior women. We have to wait and see. So her limitation is that her combination is a triple sow triple toe combination, which has a lower base value than say the triple flip triple toe, the triple lutz triple toe. But she does put it at the second half of her program, which does give her a bonus, which I feel like does make up for it. But in everything else, does she have it and then some? Shike Gao, a great future skating performer. I am such a fan of this young skater. The fall on the loop was unfortunate, but everything is there. The short program wasn't quite what we've seen her do at her national competition, but I feel like don't count out this young skater. After the short program, Sophie Jolie van Velten was in the lead. She opened up with a triple axel triple toe combination, which to me was a little shaky and under rotated, but it wasn't called, so that's fine. I mean, you guys know how much I dislike juniors performing these injury inducing jumps. The only thing I can say is that Sophie has a better jump technique than the Theory girls do. So we can only pray and hope in regards to these ultra difficult elements in juniors. Um, I can see there is some improvement in terms of her ice coverage, in terms of her speed, in terms of her presentation. So I can see that her team is working on making everything a whole, which I do appreciate. And then closing out the short program was Sophia Bezkorovenaya. Bezkorovenaya. Oh my goodness, she finished the short program on such a beautiful note. This was a performance to her coach and her best friend who both died in the tragic plane crash. And you could feel what she was skating for. Her purpose was radiating from her spirit, from her body. This is a new skater to me, but to have so much depth at such a young age, I was quite amazing. And now I have her on my radar because she has so much potential and room for growth. In the free program, um, Min Song Kim, who had a really, really bad short program, and I was concerned that the Iteri jump technique was going to make its way over to China, but I feel like it bypassed China and went right over to South Korea because not a lot, but a few of these South Korean skaters have the 90-degree bow to the ice before they get into their jump that I really don't like because it's back breaking, it's knee breaking, it's hip breaking, it's everything breaking. So this is not a technique that I like, and they seem to have that technique. And Min Sung Kim is one of those skaters with that technique, which is a shame because she is such a beautiful skater, but that technique is doing nothing to help her. Sofia Beskorovania continues, you know, impressing me with another really great short program. Her jumps are really nice. Her spins are good. There's just a lot to work with on this skater. The top four here were Haruna Murakami, Sophie Jolie van Velten, Yu Kim, and then Mayuki Oka. I personally would have had Haruna on the podium. She gave us Dion. Celine Dion. She gave us Celine Dion like we have not seen Celine Dion in years. She gave us the performance of the night. Every movement, every musicality, every performance. The jumps, with the exception of one single loop, which probably was what she needed to be on the podium. But that darn single loop, other than that single loop, everything was on the music, was on point. She was giving us face. She was giving us Celine Dion level of face. Oh, I don't. I would have had her on the podium, but it was so close that it really is just splitting hair. And the technical, and I guess we'll get into that. In third place was Sophie, and she got on the podium because the technical base of her elements was so high. So she has a triple axel, triple toe. She has a quad, and then she has a second triple axel. So, even though she took falls on these elements, their base value alone is so high. It's sort of like that high risk, high reward. She takes the risk of doing these jumps, even if she falls, knowing that she's going to get at least a high base value. This was a very difficult performance for me to watch. I'm very happy for her that she ended up on the podium, because you could tell she's a very hard-working skater, that she puts a lot into it. But for me, that program was very hard to watch. Again, I don't think she needs to be doing these ultra elements, these difficult elements. I think they should be working on the foundation, the skating, the spins, the musicality, the presentation. I think the jumps can come later after puberty has fully had its way. So this was a very difficult program for me to watch. I'm sorry, it was not it. UJ Kim, what a fighter. What a fighter. That free program, she gave you everything. A beautiful triple axel. I don't like juniors doing triple axel, but since we seem determined to make them do it, this was a nice triple axel. She gave you all the jump combination you could ask. She fought for every minuscule point of GOE that she could. Now, yes, there are some places that could be worked. In terms of her speed, she's a little slower than some of her counterpart. In terms of the power, her jumps lack a little height, a little flow, a little distance. But again, these are juniors. She will get all of that and then some. And with her mindset, with her competitive nature, I'm amazed. I am amazed. And she's wonderfully packaged from head to toe. I'm here for this journey. And then Mayuko Oka tried the triple axel, failed on it. I'm not one of those people who's going to be like, yeah, she tried. I'm one of those people who should be like, let the girl do a double axel. Why are we making juniors do triple axel? But her jump technique is so exquisite. Oh, it's so exquisite. Guys, then this is why I complain about bad, shitty jump technique, is because we know what good jump technique is. She goes into her jumps just light and straight up in the air, and then she comes down and she holds the edge. And every exit, every entrance, and every exit to every jump has a cool choreography going in and going out. The program had a purpose. It was cohesive. One element into the next just flowed. There wasn't place saver for a jump. This was a choreographer I forget who the choreographer was, who was like, I love this piece of music. I love this skater. I'm going to create something for both. And I felt it and I appreciate it so, so very much. This is the kind of skating that I love to see, that I want to see, that I wish I could always see. But we all know that is not the reality. Finally, the last event that I watched was, of course, the French Masters. The French Federation uploaded the videos on YouTube, from which I am very grateful, because I hate having to go look for individual videos, which takes forever. So in the French Masters, the women results was Laureen Charles in first place, Leah Senna in second place, Clemency Mayudu in third place, Mayandu. I mean, there is nothing really to say about the French women. They're proficient with the jumps. None of the programs left really like deep impressions on me. They weren't bad programs. They just didn't leave any deep impressions on me. The jumps are still coming. They're still coming. So there wasn't much for me to say about the women. And then I feel similarly about the pairs. It was really good to see Kamil Kovalev and Pavel Kovalev here. Again, I've said this many times. I do like them as a pair because they look like adults. They look mature. They're very tall. They take up space. Their twists look a lot better this season than I've seen it in all previous season. They're working on the throws. The side by side has always been a problem for them. Their lifts also look much better here. So the improvement is being made. I feel like a real I feel like the other teams, they probably need to find their niche, is what I would say, to create a program that's definitively them. Then we had the men event. The men event was closed for Adam Sion Henfa because he did not want to show his programs just yet. So we didn't get to see the short, we didn't get to see the free. And I feel like that is an interesting choice, given that it's an Olympic season. And I have to say, the French Federation is very kind, very accommodating to their skaters. So in first place here was Kevin Amos with a 274.06. There, guys, I have to say, there is an air of calmness around Kevin this season. I, I want this air of calmness to be with him at every competition, especially given that it's the Olympic season. So the short program is very much Kevin and the club, whereas the long program is very much we're going to the Met. I think he let loose more in the short program. He was a little more confident in the short program, whereas the Bolero, I think when he first skated it, there was this freedom and this reckless wild and abandonment that he had to that program when he first skated it, that made it just like wow. And I feel like this version of it is very calm, very sedated, I guess very Olympic oriented. So I get it. I get where he's coming from. But I would love to see there be more growth, more in between skating, more involvement with him as the season progresses and he begins to feel more comfortable in the program. In second place here was Francois Pitot. Um, yeah, the program's okay. The skating is okay. There's not much that I can say about Adam Sion Hemfa. He was in third place with 219.56. We didn't see the program, so we can't say anything. What I did notice about the French is that there are a lot of siblings in France who do skating together. So we had Xavier, Vauquelin and his brother Ian Vauquelin. And then we had Zane Rose and Joshua Rose. And I thought, like, that's so cute. The parents were like, we're getting the 2-for-1 deal. Put them both on the ice and let's call it a day, which I thought was really interesting. All in all, the Frenchmen, they weren't bad. I feel like this was a very respectable outing for the Frenchmen. Now for what you guys came for the juicy, for the dramatic, for the tea, the ice dance. The ice dance. I'm going to start. The rhythm dance was in line with my expectation. I really like Yevgenia Leporova and Jeffrey Bessard's rhythm dance. I feel that the I Am Blue program is so much fun and it is so in line with their skating personality. I can see this being one of my favorite rhythm dances this season. As for Laurence Fournier-Boudry and Guillaume Cizeron's rhythm dance, before I go into the program, I want to say there is a difference between whacking and voguing. So whacking is the closed fist, bent elbow, back and forth movement, whereas voguing is the open palm, face framing, shape framing movement. I know this is a very elementary definition of the two, and I know you guys know way more about the two and how they different, and you're gonna let me know in the comments. This is just a very superficial, basic explanation. Having said that, the two disciplines are similar, and if someone is not familiar with the difference, it's hard to tell. Like me, who's not familiar with the difference. I had to go look it up and try to have a better understanding. So, given the fact that there is a similarity between whacking and voguing, I don't understand the motivation that drove Guillaume to create a program that is going to draw comparison to a great program that he had with his previous partner. This particular decision baffled me. Now, that aside, focusing on just the program, if I'm being impartial, I will say it's not bad. Now, granted, we have not seen many of the other heavy hitters. We have not seen their rhythm dance. But based on what I've seen so far, from the competition I've seen so far, there is nothing wrong with this rhythm dance. It's not new, it's not innovative, it's not highbrow, it's not everything that is being portrayed to be, but it's not a bad rhythm dance. It's a rhythm dance that's aligned with what I was expecting to see this season. I watched the program several times. Their twizzles look good. Their speeds have improved. Their lines match. Their packaging is not for me. The music cut, not my cup of tea. But I would still say, removing these things, this rhythm dance is in line with my expectation for rhythm dances this season. My opinion might change as the season goes along, but in terms of rhythm dance, this is where I stand. As for the rest of the rhythm dances, it's what I was expecting. Nothing to write home about. It is what it is. So after the rhythm dance, going into the free dance, wrapping up the free dance for me, as for me, the free dance that was my favorite program of the event was definitely Marie Dupage and Thomas Nabias. Oh, interesting list, unique movement, a program that kept my attention. It is sad that the French Federation is not behind this team, and we know that the ISU does not really they don't really reward unique teams. And all of that is a shame because this is the program that I would recommend that people watch. It's so quirky, it's so unique. Oh, I love this team so much, and I feel like I'm on that hill all by myself. Evgenia and Jeffrey's Free has a lot of potential. They were not at their best here. I say that, granted, I know that. However, I think given time, this program could really put them in the conversation. There are choreographic movements in there that I really like. There are lifts in there that I really like. There are music accent that I really like. I think give this program some time and it may cook. Now getting to the main event. I watched Lawrence and Guillaume's program 12 times from 5 different video posting. One of the Twitter posting had a real clear, great quality of the free dance, and I watched it 4 times. After all this viewing, this is my take. The hair situation that's going on with Lawrence is bothersome. I get where they are going with it being free flowing and all of that. However, it's just a distraction. Lawrence should fix the hair situation. The open leg slide movement is a clear copy from Piper and Paul. Come on, let's put a little more effort into this if we're really going to do it. As for the rest of it, the lifts are basic. However, overall, the program is okay. Is it Moonlight Sonata? No. Is it Moulin Rouge? Absolutely not. Is it the worst program ever seen on ice? Also no. It's okay. It's basic. It's safe. It's a lyrical free dance. We've seen many lyrical free dances. It happens to be a niche that Guillaume is very, very good at. So he went with something that he is very, very good at. Now, is the version of the program we saw at this event the final version? I hope not. I hope they go back. There is room to grow and improve, and I hope they go back, they twerk here, they twerk there, and as the season it continues to grow. But for a brand new team, if you set aside your personal feelings for the athlete and you only look at the program, I would say this was a good outing. Again, this is just my opinion while I'm trying to be partial and having not seen what the other teams have to offer. My take may change after I see Piper and Paul's program. My comments may change after I see what Chalk and Bates have to give us. After I see Lala, after I see Fear and Gibbs, Lila and Lewis. After I see all of that, this may not be my opinion, but as of right now, it's a good program. It's not a great program. It's not a horrible program. It is a basic lyrical program that we often get. So this is my take on all of the competition that I have been watching so far. But you guys let me know in the comment, what have you been watching so far and what was your takeaway?